Hello, I'm Hope. Welcome everybody to IMAGI-NATION TV. Rianne Miller, I can't wait to see Zephyr on the show as well. Thanks for chatting on the YouTube chat line. Oh, can't wait for today's episode. Love hearing from our youngsters. I agree with you, Tani Holmes. Keep the comments coming on the YouTube chat line. Today and this week, we're going to talk about forgiveness. What's forgiveness? It's just hard, sometimes thinking about forgiveness because there's like a part of you and a part of them. And sometimes it's all mushed up. I find that hard. Yeah, and today we get to go and think about forgiveness, and then we're going to listen to some presidential speeches, and I'm quite excited. I found like once someone, my friend named Blue, he's on the show sometimes, he came and he said something to me that really hurt me. He said, "Hey, Hope, everybody loves you. You get all the fan mail because your name's Hope. And I get no fan mail because my name's Blue." And I felt a bit sad. And I think there'll be a moral to the story. For now, let's listen to our presidential speeches.
I want to get our homeless people off the street.
I want to see a future where education is free.
Today, we ask you to imagine what's possible.
So then I said to Blue, "It's okay, Blue. I forgive you." And Blue said, "I didn't do anything wrong. You get all the fan mail." Isabella, how are you going? Are you ready for your presidential speech?
I am. Hello, Hope. How are you?
I'm really good. It's great to see you today. What are you coming in from here? Like, where are you talking from?
I'm in South WA at the moment, actually.
Western Australia. Wow. Well,
Yeah.
I'm really excited about you being the president of IMAGI-NATION. Are you nervous?
Tinsy bit.
Okay. Well, let's get this party started. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Isabella Slade, the president of IMAGI-NATION.
Hello, my name is Isabella. I am a 17-year-old Year 12 student in an all-girls school in WA. Today's theme is forgiveness. Forgiveness comes in many forms, but two of the most important to me are the forgiveness of others and, most importantly, the forgiveness of yourself. Humanity is embodied by growth. We grow taller, we grow smarter, we grow more developed. But why is it that our mental health is the most decreasing factor of our ever-growing nature? This is partly because of a lack of self-forgiveness. I live by the motto of just because you made a mistake does not mean you are your mistake. This quite literally interprets to just because you did something bad, it does not mean you are a bad person. With this mentality, it allows for the forgiveness of yourself. And when we show ourselves this compassion, we can further express that forgiveness and self-care to the people around us. Who here has ever held a grudge? Me. People grow. And it is a fact that everyone knows. And I believe that all of us, even in the best of times, have ignored this because we are scared to forgive the people around us because that would make us vulnerable. If I was the president of a new Australia or of IMAGI-NATION, I would encourage people to look into themselves and find their own peace and happiness and forgiveness, all those wonderful things. And most importantly, share those findings, the findings that we've found, and share them with the people around us and to create a supportive and forgiving community with mentally and physically healthy people. Thank you.
Thank you, Isabella. Jared Agius said, great topic, looking forward to discussions. Hannah James said, go Isabella. Helen Wiseman said, forgiveness of yourself, gold. And Sharice Jackson said, wise words. Hey, good on you. How did that feel?
It feels good to have it out, you know?
Yeah, it's brave sharing, and thank you for helping me remind myself that I've got to be able to forgive myself before I can forgive Blue for, I'm not quite sure why I'm forgiving him yet. Anyway, I'll work it out. You're going to hang around for the classroom with us?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, thanks, Isabella. Well, thanks for joining us. Okay, we now have Nadina Anacini who's joining us. Nadina, are you there?
Hi.
Hello. Are you ready to give your speech as the President of IMAGI-NATION?
I'm ready.
Okay, go get them. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Nadina Anacini to give her speech as the President of IMAGI-NATION.
Hi, I'm Nadina. I'm 15 from New South Wales, and I'm the president of the IMAGI-NATION. Forgiveness. Forgiveness is important. Whether accepting or receiving forgiveness, it makes us feel relieved. We, as the IMAGI-NATION, must go deeper and discover what is forgiveness and why is it important. Forgiveness can be defined as the action or process of forgiving or being forgiven. But of course, to go deeper, it is a conscious, deliberate decision to release or let go of feelings of resentment towards a person or group of people who have done you wrong, regardless of the situation. But why is it important to forgive? It is important to forgive because it allows us to release our anger or any grudges being held. Forgiveness can be what keeps friends together. If you think about it this way, just say you have a close friend you've been very close to since you were young. You share a lot of inside jokes and a lot of great memories with them. Then you find out that they've done you wrong in some way. It could be something small or something big, either way. You realize that the friendship you have with this person could be lost if you don't forgive them. Should you? Of course you should. Forgiving them will feel relieving, as if weight has been taken off your shoulders. One of the most important things about forgiveness is forgiving ourselves. When we mess up, we can get angry with ourselves. If we don't forgive ourselves, we can't move on from personal mistakes. Failure is important, but forgiving ourselves for the failure is possibly even more. As I mentioned before, forgiveness is about letting go, finding a way to say you messed up, but it's okay. In conclusion, if you don't forgive, you'll just end up a salty person. Holding grudges isn't good. My fellow people of this nation, we must always find it in our hearts to move on. We must smile and say, I forgive you. We will help each other by doing this, and altogether become a better nation. Thank you.
Yes, Nadina, you got it. You got it. I just think that's so cool, because when you let that anger go, you can hold on to those huge relationships. I think it's crazy sometimes. You can live a lifetime with someone and you can be so close, and then you can make one mistake and that can ruin a relationship, or that person can make one mistake. And the crazy thing about that is we also sometimes assume that one of us is really good at judging what's happened. And sometimes we get it wrong. Sometimes we're not actually sure what's happened, but we choose to heap all the blame on that person, and then we lose that lifelong connection. It's like a tree suddenly letting go of all of its roots. What a bummer. You'd fall over. Thanks so much for joining us. Hey, we had Jacqueline Gibbs say, yay, with 4 Ys. And then she said hashtag WIB, which I think means we imagine bees being happy. I think that's what that means. Very good. Thanks, Jacqueline Gibbs. Atlanta Lloyd said conscious and deliberate decision. Yes. Tom Wensley said forgiveness allows us to release our anger or grudges. And Katarina said, wow, Nadina, so wise. Well done. Thank you so much, and can't wait to hang out with you in the classroom. Good on you, Nadina. Okay, for our final Imagination presidential speech today, we have Riley Millian. Riley, how are you going?
I'm good, thanks. Yourself?
Yeah, really good. Where are you joining us from today, Riley?
In Brisbane, Queensland, Australia.
Oh, awesome. Well, I'm looking forward to your speech. Ladies and gentlemen, Riley Millian, the President of IMAGI-NATION.
Hi, my name is Riley Millian. I'm 17 years old and I'm currently attending Beenleigh State High School in Brisbane, Queensland, Australia. Forgiveness is something that is very important in life. It's an action that should be cherished when shown. I would also classify the act of forgiving as an emotion. Even though we can show forgiveness, I believe it can also be felt as well. Forgiving someone can reach many levels of emotion, as it can very easily affect one's well-being greatly. Forgiving someone or being forgiven is a very important factor in life, as it creates new bonds and changes your path in life completely. Holding a grudge or believing in a form of hatred or disliking of someone creates a negative energy within yourself. This may seem like it's not too big of a deal at the time, but this negativity can grow and will begin to change the way you act or feel. The longer you convince yourself to believe in something, the harder it is to change those thoughts. So if you are currently in a situation where you could fix an issue or a problem by talking to someone and letting them know that you forgive them for the wrong that they have done, you could potentially be fixing a bond that one day would have been too late to fix. It is important that you forgive someone, as it doesn't only increase your well-being and your current mental status, but it increases theirs as well. If someone has done wrong by you and they are willing to accept and acknowledge that they have done what they have done and come to you to apologize, I believe that on its own is enough reason to be forgiven. It takes guts to accept the fact that you have done the wrong thing and apologize to someone for it. Think about it for a second. If you have found the strength within yourself to accept the wrongs that you have done and apologize to someone, you expect your apology to be accepted, right? But you're scared of what will happen if it isn't. How you will feel if that person doesn't want you around them anymore. So by not being forgiven, your mental state and emotional status is affected. You now hold negative energy that is going to affect your everyday living. That's exactly how someone else would feel if they haven't been forgiven by you. I would also like to touch on the fact that forgiving isn't forgetting. If you have to forgive someone for something, whatever they did is going to live with both of you for the rest of your lives. You have to live knowing they once did something that made you feel the way you did, and they have to live knowing that they did something that made you feel the way that you did. Forgiving goes both ways, and it truly is a matter of accepting what has been done and moving on. In today's situation and what we are currently living in right now, I would say that forgiving has never been more important as it is in this point in time. Because you never know who could be affected and affected and whose life could be at risk. In saying this, everybody needs to be there for each other in order to build the strength and support to help everyone through these times. So if you are holding a grudge against someone, I strongly advise that you try and sort things out before it could possibly be too late. The last thing I would like to say is that I'm not telling you that you have to do everything that I have said, but it is more a guide or potentially just words of advice. But hey, who wouldn't want to have an amazing bond from the past return and have good vibes with everyone you know? So let's start forgiving and live the happiest life that we could possibly be living. Thank you all for listening.
Riley, you did it. You did it, mate. Oh my gosh. Yes, Riley, so well spoken, said Tiana Larkin. Becky Smith said, these youngsters are absolutely unreal. Our future is definitely bright all of a sudden. I don't feel so scared for my little man. Jacqueline Gibbs, she's on the chat big time today. Too deadly, Riley. Good on you, brother. That was unreal to hear you just make sense of something which is pretty complex for all of us. So I thought you did a really good job. How are you feeling?
Pretty good. Thank you.
Oh, unreal. Well, I reckon we should just go straight into the chaos classroom. What do you think?
Yeah, let's do it.
All righty. I think we might even have a video. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Chaos Classroom, and today our topic is forgiveness. But because we're on Imagination TV, I wanted to start by asking Adam Gorst. Adam, what's imagination mean to you?
So imagination and creativity. First of all, I would like to acknowledge the Aboriginal land we are on today and acknowledge the creativity and cultural practices that have been passed down through generations by our people, both past and present. Creativity is a necessity within the classroom, and I have a love for all kinds of art and feel creativity really shaped me into the person I am today. Creativity is the reason why we as a society function in the way we do, and without creativity or imaginative thinking, we as a society would be struggling. Creativity is a way of release and can explain what words can't, or explain what silence can't bring through originality and progression. Thank you.
Adam, that was a really beautiful introduction to our classroom, and you've earned yourself an assignment. Sucked in. You got 6 minutes to create something from nothing on the topic of forgiveness, and you'll present it at the end. Go for it, bud. Gotcha. 6 minutes. Your time starts now. Good luck. Okay. Zephyr, how you going?
I'm going good, thanks.
Zephyr, tell me, what do you think about if forgiveness was to be a set of colours, what colours would they be?
Well, I feel like they'd be really bright colours, but then also a mix of sad colours and forgiving colours.
Well, Zephyr, go and make us a colour palette of forgiveness. Find the colours, start drawing. You've got 2 minutes. We'll see you in a second.
Okay, thanks.
Tyson, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Tyson, can you spell forgiveness without F, G, or Ness?
O-R.
Yeah, got it. Bingo. All right, Tyson, I'd love you to create a new word out of forgiveness. So put all of the letters onto a page and come up with at least one new word, ideally 3. Your assignment starts now. Okay, off you go. Adam, how's your creation going?
Oh, really good. I just came up with something. You want to hear it?
No, keep going. You've got 4 more minutes. Keep going.
Okay.
You're doing great. Okay, Isabella, forgiveness. Tell me what you think about it. We heard your speech.
Forgiveness is really important. Like, it's one of the things that joins us together as people.
I think that is a perfect insight, and I'd love to hear that played back in some sort of freestyle rap. So I'll do some beatboxing for you. You've got 90 to 120 seconds. Good on you, Isabella. No shame in aim. Medina, how you going?
Hi.
Hi. Have you got any questions you want to ask any of the other students on Chaos Classroom?
Why is forgiveness so important to you?
Do you want to answer that question, Riley?
Forgiveness, why is it so important to me? I'd say forgiveness is really important to me because even within my own life, it has helped me grow and help bonds with other people like that I know grow between me and them. And it's just made life a lot better for me. And I don't know where I would be if I hadn't forgiven some certain people, because they have helped me grow through my whole life and have been like an idol to me, I would say. So yeah, it's very important in my life, forgiving.
I wonder whether if Riley, if forgiveness is a bit like Wi-Fi, that it just sort of, floats around the skies, and if we let it come in, it can come into us and we can give it to people and it can fly all around the world.
Yeah, that's pretty much it, eh? Like,
yeah, it's just Wi-Fi.
It's everywhere. Once you get it, it helps you out and makes you feel a lot better.
Hey, does anyone on the Chaos Classroom know which country the person who invented Wi-Fi is from?
I think Australia.
I think Australia is right. It's a really good country. Okay. Let's go through our creations. We're going to go back last to first. Isabella, are you ready for your rap?
Oh, Lord, I hope so.
Go, Isabella, go.
Oh, okay. Forgiveness is more than saying sorry. If you don't forgive, it only causes worry. And then that was as far as I got.
That's perfect. I love that one. Well done. Tyson, how did we go? What words did we get?
Well, I've only got one, but another thing for forgiveness is understanding.
Yeah. I love that. That's a great idea. Hey, where are you coming from, Tyson? Where are you living?
I'm actually in Australia.
Oh, awesome. Hey, do you like puppets?
Yeah, I do, and I love so many things, and my biggest dream was to actually become a YouTuber.
Wow. Well, you're doing it right now. You're on YouTube live. It's mad.
I've been so excited. I could not stop thinking about it. That's all I had on my mind, and I was like, what am I going to do?
Well, here we are. We're YouTubing together. It's pretty gnarly, YouTube. I think there's like 3 billion people that watch it or something. It's a crazy thing that exists. Maybe there's 3 billion people that will watch highlights of this. Well, let's just hope we can get out there. Actually, I should probably tell everybody. Oh no, the Chaos Classroom's still going. Oh, but what about that note? I'll get back to you soon, producer. Okay, how did we go with our creation? Zephyr, what have we got in the colour palette? Show us your drawing.
Well, this is my drawing. There's some rain clouds and a sad guy. And then he walks over to the Trail of Forgiveness and he's all happy again.
Yes, I love it. Well done. It's a beautiful colour scheme there. Some pinks. I love pink. And Adam, how did you go? What did you create out of nothing?
Oh, I just created a speech for forgiveness.
Go for it. Bring us home to finish out the Chaos Classroom.
To forgive a person is showing maturity and can give life lessons. Even if you forgave a person but don't associate with them due to the wrongs, shows the bigger person, in my opinion, and can earn respect and show kindness. Those things may not lead to forgiveness sometimes. We as people make many mistakes, and forgiveness allows our relationships to continue and provide positivity within our community.
Awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, Adam, Zephyr, Tyson, Isabella, Nadina, Riley, thank you for being YouTubers and joining us on Chaos Classroom. You've been brilliant. And thank you for teaching us all about the power of forgiveness floating around the world like Wi-Fi. It's everywhere. We can all use it. Let's just keep using it and supporting each other and building those strong relationships together. Thank you for joining us on Chaos Classroom, everyone. See you later.
Thank you.
See ya.
Bye.
Yes,
All
mate.
right.
Later.
We're going to now jump into our next section, which is being brave in the times of COVID-19, where we've got a video diary coming in from Seamus Clark. And Seamus is sharing with us how we can be brave in the times of COVID-19. And for any youngsters out there, send us in your video diary so we can keep sharing positivity. You know, the virus I'd love to see take over the world at the moment, hope. Let's really tackle fear, and let's tackle this idea that we're isolated and that we're not together. There's so many opportunities for us to rebuild the world. Never, 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 never have we seen the planes come down from the sky and be grounded like they are right now. Never have we seen the wheels stop with so few cars on the road. Never have we seen so many families together at home for so much time. This is a chance to reorganise the world. And if we choose to see the virus of hope take off, who knows what's possible? Over to you, Seamus.
Dear kids of the world, I'm Seamus. I am 13 years old and I'm in Year 7. I go to Dimboola Memorial Secondary College. I think I know that you are aware of this virus called coronavirus or COVID-19. I'm here to tell you about the things I'm missing out on. Well, it's my first year of high school and I've been there for a couple of weeks, and it's different not going to school for a long time and not be able to see my friends or teachers. Well, a couple of days ago it was my birthday and I turned 13. And well, it was really great. It was a really great birthday, but we couldn't do much because of the virus. And when my auntie handed my present, she had to throw it to me because of the 1.5 meters apart rule. My parents tried hard to come up with stuff for us to do, and they did a great job of it. The world is really empty outside. No cars, not much people, but a lot of animals. Life in nature looks more happier and greener than before all of this happened. Before everything was dead and smoky. My grandma and pop and my cousins and uncle had to FaceTime me when we had the cake, and it was hilarious. So this is really all about you and your family to stay safe and enjoy it until it's all over. Well, what you could do in the meantime, you can watch movies, play games, jump on the trampoline, play with Lego, or talk to your pets. But don't do it all the time, or your parents will think you're crazy. Take care and be brave. Stay deadly.
I love the idea of just jumping up and down on a trampoline and playing with Lego and taking the time. Thank you so much, Seamus, for sharing with us. That was fantastic. And now we go to our Young Artist of the Week, and we're stoked to catch up with Shania Aldridge. How are you, Shania?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm having a really nice time today, actually. I've just found this, that everybody has helped me feel really positive. Like, it's just been such a good conversation, you know, so many people doing good stuff and bringing their best to the world. Hey, tell me, when you create something and you put a pencil on a piece of paper, what then happens? What's that journey like?
I just let my hands and my mind just do its thing. Most times I like what I see first before I put pen to paper is colours. It's just the backgrounds first, and then whatever's in the middle. And to me, I love my colors because colors expresses me as a person and as an artist too. So I love the fact is that like my hands do all the talking. If my hands could speak, this is what they're saying, or it's like connecting through my mind kind of thing, and I love it. Yeah.
This is what my hands say is such a beautiful idea that your hands get to speak. And yeah, that's really big thought. I want to sit on that for a second. Do you think when your hands are speaking that your mind then gets to, I don't know, go to sleep for a little bit, or what does your mind do?
I don't know. I think, well, I don't know. I think they're best friends. This is a trippy conversation, but they're best friends. So like they connect. So they send signals. So like I got to do this, and then and then they add their own little touch.
Hey, how do you know when an artwork's finished?
Well, to be honest, I'm going to be really honest with everybody. With my artworks, I've got a really bad habit of starting an artwork and I'll have that close to the finish, and then I'll start another artwork. And then later on down the track, if I'm bored or something like that and I'm looking at all my artworks, then I just have a look at what I need to finish off. And then I've got one artwork, this one, that one that I have done. I started this when I was, what year? I think it was year 10, I think it was. I started that one. And over the years, I've added things to it. So I added a bit of glitter and then more different colors and things like that to it. Yeah. And I just like to add, because it's cool too, because then in a way I could write 2 dates or a few different dates on it. But then, yeah. So, but if I was to sit down and smash out one, it will take me not long to do, like probably a day just to finish one. But yeah, I've got a bad habit of starting and then not finishing and then coming back to that later on.
Yeah. I think that's a cool habit, because it means you've almost got you can time travel. You can go back in time, and then you're in this next spot. It's almost like a huge frog jumping through time. 2015 to 2020. Who knows where the frog will land next? 2029 maybe.
It's funny that you say that, because I think it was 2018 I did a drawing, and I don't have it up here, but I've got it somewhere else, and I wrote on it. I did it for a company, like it's a thing on Facebook, Silly Hippie, I think it's called. And I did a picture for them, for their group. And and I just did this really cool mushroom and all that, and did all the mad tie-dye colors in the background. And then when I finished it and I wrote the date and I did my signature, I ended up writing the right date, but then I did the wrong year. I did 2019. And I was like, how did I do that? And I posted it and I sent it to them. And then I didn't realize until people were commenting saying, that's pretty trippy. You time traveled because it's 2018 and you wrote 2019. And I was like, oh my gosh, how embarrassing. But it was pretty funny. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so cool. Well, I often think that the artwork's not even on the piece of paper. You know, that's the borders, but we can go outside it, and with our imagination, we can kind of go anywhere. Hey, thanks so much for joining us today. We'd love to keep working with you and see if we can create something imaginative together, and maybe give you a chance to be a part of our artist series t-shirts that we're rebooting at the moment. So let's keep chatting and keep sharing the artistic love. Thank you for creating. Thank you for making a world inspired and imaginative. And yeah, I love your colours and the way that you think. So thanks so much.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you for wanting me to come on here and having a go and expressing or showing everybody my artwork. And hopefully I've encouraged people, or or inspired as well. And yeah,
absolutely.
Thank you.
Hey, is it anywhere where the audience can grab your artworks or buy your artworks?
I'm actually wanted to buy a photocopier, and like for the ones that so I can just copy the ones and then custom ones, because I love to do names. When I worked at the high school, I did names for children, and I just did whatever they liked and then put it in there with all the bright colours and then their name and whatever writing, and then I'd give it to them and then make them happy. So like little things like that, I love doing that for kids, because I just like doing it for them, because it just seeing them smile, that's my reward when it comes to art. That's a good positive thing about it. You can,
awesome. Well, we'll keep supporting you and see if we can give you a stage to keep shining. So thanks for joining us on Imagination TV, and thanks
Thank
for
you.
creating.
You stay safe with this coronavirus. Thank you.
I will do. I'll keep bringing my name to the world. Hope. Hey, everybody, thank you for joining us. If you want to support Imagination TV to get out to the 1.5 billion kids currently affected by COVID-19 so they have a mentor in their home every day, head to Imagination TV, which you can find on our YouTube playlist, and you can subscribe. If you want to grab a hoodie, head to aimmentoring.com and you can grab an Imagination hoodie, or you can support us to help people pay their rent. We just launched This Hoodie Pays Rent last week, and we'll be talking about that more tomorrow on the design show when we hang out with our friends from Background. Thanks, everybody, for joining us today. Thanks to all the youngsters for inspiring us and reminding us to keep using forgiveness as a force for good. Lots of love and respect to you all. Take care, and let's spread hope. Let's make that the virus that counts.